All right, welcome back. Today is Monday, May 12th, 2025, and I am coming to you live as usual from my home in Northern Virginia. All right, I guess we're going to jump right into it today. We have a lot to get done, a lot to accomplish, and not a lot of time to do it because I'm telling you guys, I am not feeling good. And you know, it's not even like it's not even that I feel sick. I mean, I do feel a little sick, but it almost is. I swear, turning 50 really messed with my head because now I'm convinced, like, if I don't feel top notch, if I don't feel spectacular, I'm convinced that's it. I'm like, that's it. That's it. I'm tapping out. Like my body's tapping out. That's it. That's all she wrote. Like my time here is done. I had a good run. I've seen a lot of things. I've done a lot of things. Like it's good. My time is done, and I'm convinced that every time I don't feel completely right, that it's about time to take the long nap, the long never ending nap. But nope, not right now. Right now, I'm here with you. Paranjal says, please turn this to dark mode. Absolutely not. No, I have mentioned my feelings about dark mode many times on this stream, but I'll say it again. Dark mode is for 15-year-old Finnish hackers. That's it. Unless you are a 15-year-old Finnish hacker, you should not be using dark mode. You should be using light mode. 15-year-old Finnish hackers, they can use dark mode. Anybody else, light mode. That's it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make a petition that they change the name of dark mode to 15-year-old Finnish hacker mode. Pranjal says, it's hurting my eyes. You'll live. You'll manage. Something tells me, Pranjal, something tells me that you'll be okay. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been programming for a very long time, probably longer than a few of you have been alive. And I cannot stand dark mode. I hate dark mode. Anybody who uses dark mode, I automatically judge them. I immediately judge them. Pranjal says based. Thank you. Terry Riss says 36-year-old Finnish dev. Do I count? No, I don't think so. Because, I mean, you know, you could be a 15-year-old Finnish hacker at the age of 22. Don't ask me how that works, but it sounds right in my head. But by the time you hit by the time your age begins with 3, you're not a 15-year-old Finnish hacker anymore. I'm sorry, you're just not. So yeah, you turned 30 and you have to switch to light mode. And Matthew says, hello. Matthew, my good buddy from the UK. Hey, I stalked you a little bit on GitHub, you know, Matthew. I saw that you have some like legit games on like Steam. Like I'm like, damn, I need to listen more to this guy. Like I gotta like pay attention to what this guy's saying. Like, damn. Like you've done some legitimate games. It looks like. Let's pull that up. Let's go ahead and stalk you while I'm on stream. Let me close this. What the hell is this? Oh, I was asking AI something, but no, wait here. I wanted to stalk Matthew on the stream if you don't mind, Matthew. But like you had a couple of published games. Like I hope to eventually, whether it be this game or another game, I hope to eventually publish a game or multiple games on Steam. So, and I was like, damn. And like, I saw that you had published a few of them. Like, damn, I need to keep this guy around. How do I view your goddamn, there you are. Where was your Steam link? Stuffed, wait, Bear Studio. Professional work at, wait. Okay, I have 5 published games on Steam. So, I mean, I was like looking at these and I'm like, damn, this guy knows what he's doing when it comes to Steam. Like, shit. Like, that's impressive. I don't know what these games are. This looks like some city builder game, maybe. I don't know. This looks like a laser vision, like shooter game, I'm guessing. Let me see. Yeah, well, there is a lot going on in that game. It looks like Asteroids 2025. Nightmare Trails. What is this? Oh, is this like a first person? What is this? Fight off monsters in National Park and send them back to their own dimension. So this is like a third person. I mean, that's pretty cool. That's like what is that view called? There's a name for that view. It's not 3D. It's like I want to. What? There's a name for that view. It's like third person perspective view. I forget the name of that view, but that looks good. What about this? I mean, these look like. Do you do your own art? Do you get somebody else to do your art? I mean, this looks like some kind of board game ish type thing. And then Polytown. So you had Poly Skies and Polytowns. So I'm guessing that's some type of city builder. Oh, casual town builder. It takes place on floating island in a fantasy world. Grow your town and manage your resources in this challenging builder. So these are actually impressive. So color me impressed. Matthew says, thanks, man. My games currently have flaws, but all is a learning process. Love it. Of course they have. Show me a program that doesn't have flaws, and I'll show you a program that doesn't exist. Like, you don't. Well, why am I looking at Donald Trump's Twitter? I don't know how that happened. But yeah, OS Advertising says top down. No, there's another name for it. Top down is literally top down, but there's another name for games where the camera is like at that angle, right? Where you're like above and it's like at a 45-degree angle. There's a specific name for that type of, for that view. I forget what the hell it's called. Let me see. When a video game has a view of, what is it called? It's like of third person with a roughly 45-degree angle. There's a specific, I'm making typos, but I don't care. Specific name for that type of game. A la FPS, top-down, etc. What is it? Isometric. That's it. Isometric. Yes. 45-degree angle is isometric. There you go. Fibonacci Bro says bird's eye view. No. Terry Wrist and MXN both got it. Isometric. So I don't know where all the people are coming from. Everybody. It's isometric. Thank you, MXN and Terry Wrist. Yes, isometric is the word I was looking for, which I should know considering I was a mathematics major, and I have a mathematics degree. But all right, boys. I thought we would start off tonight. I wanted to show the progress I had made. I had been able to make the picking up of everything very generic. I added a book. I added a book that falls from the sky. I added a cell phone over here, and everything's very generic. So what we need to, I don't have a menu. Well, I don't have a menu option on that cell phone there. And then over here on the book, we have a, oof, it's hot. I have to take my hat off. I don't know why there's no menu on the book. I thought I put a menu on the book. That's weird. Finance Bro says, doesn't the bright light burn your eye? Why is everybody on about my light mode? Like, seriously, no. I have always worked in light mode. I love light mode. I love it. It's okay to be light mode. It's okay. Light is right. Light mode is right. It's okay. I love my light mode. I cannot do dark mode. I literally, when it's dark mode, you know what my mind thinks? Oh, the screen's too dark. Like, that's literally what I think. The text is too dark. I'm going to try it. Okay, just for you guys, just for you maniacs, I'm going to try it. We're going to test it out. Preferences, themes, color theme. All right, we're going to go. Okay, where's dark, modern, dark plus. I'm going to try dark plus. Okay, personally, light mode always hurts my eyes and makes them tired. I cannot see this. This is a nightmare for me. Like, oh Jesus! I literally feel kind of sick. I really feel like I'm getting nauseous. U.S. Advertising says, personally, light mode always hurts my eyes and makes them... Oh, all right, we read that. Finance Bro says, it's so much easier to see the text on black canvas instead of having to squint to see through the light. I can't read this. This just looks like all like a jumble of colors. No, I can't do this. It's literally... This is hurting my eyes. I can't do it. Maybe we can find a compromise. Let's see if we can find a compromise. Let's see if we can find, let's see. I have no idea what any of these are. What about Solarized Dark? Ooh, no. Whoa. That's horrible. Ugh. Okay, let's try another color theme. We have PowerShell Quiet Light. Let's try Quiet Light. No, that's too bright for me. That's horrible. Okay, we're gonna try. What about solarized light? Let's try that. That's terrible. MXN says check Groovebox. What is Groovebox? Is that an IDE? Is that some game thing? Is it Retro Groove? Oh, it's a color scheme for Vim. Well, I'm not using Vim, but I imagine maybe it has a VS Code thing. I mean, this kind of looks like what I have here on this screen. But no, this is horrible. This is even worse than light mode. Let's try something else. Let's see. We have Abyss. I don't hate this. I don't hate it. It's like it's tolerable. It's kind of like this is kind of like that girlfriend you have because you're kind of like in between like girlfriends you like, and you just kind of you're bored and you kind of want to get some action, so you kind of start dating this girl, but she's like really into you and you're not so into her, but you don't dislike her, you're just not that into her, and you're kind of just waiting for something better to come along. That's what this is. That's kind of how I feel about this color theme. Let's try something else. Let's go find that other thing. Kimby Dark. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. That reminds me of like so I don't drink coffee, and maybe twice a year I'll try coffee just to see like if my taste buds have matured and if I like it. And this reminds me of coffee. It's just bad. This is okay. This is not terrible. I'm looking for something that's like I'm looking for something that you guys might like. Monarchy Dimmed. Ooh, no, that's horrible. I can't read that. Like I just see kind of red blobs, and maybe part of the problem is that I need new glasses. But yeah. Red. Now I am colorblind. Whoa. That makes me scared. I don't like this one. This one that one just makes me uncomfortable. Kind of like when you like got to go to the doctor and they ask you to like pull down your pants. Like that makes me that uncomfortable. I think we already looked at this one. Not doing that one. Color theme. Tomorrow Night Blue. Nah, I can't do that one either. I can't do that. Boys, I think we're just gonna have to go back to light mode. I'm sorry. Light is right. Light. Okay, now, like after being in those dark, like now I kind of get it. Like it's going to take a minute for my eyes to adjust. All right, let's find something else then. I think for you guys, just for you guys, I can find something to work with. All right, like if we can keep the viewer count, I'll put it this way: if the viewer count stays above 5, we'll stay like this. We'll stay in a nice. No, we'll stay. No, not that. What was one of the ones I liked? There was a few that I liked. What were they? All right. If the viewer count stays at above 5, we'll stay with this, okay? All right? Does that make everybody happy? Try out Tokyo Night from Marketplace. Click Control P right theme, select Marketplace, Tokyo Night. What is it? How do I get to the Marketplace? Color themes in Marketplace. So Tokyo. Oh no. Tokyo Night. No. I used some hex number for my background color, not black. Nice dark gray blue, says Matthew. OS advertising. Oh, colorblind. Does that make a big difference? Indeed. OS advertising. Flashbang. Yeah, no, it was a bit of a flashbang. Matthew with the sunglasses. MXN. Check the themes in the Marketplace. All right, fine. All right, I'll check the goddamn themes in the Marketplace for you people, since you're so whiny, all of you. I don't know who you are. Wait, Marketplace. That's not terrible. Like I kind of like that. IU Dark. Okay, now the light mode is like because we've been. I don't hate. I like this one, but what happened to the lines on the windows? Like those are gone. Oh, now they're back. We're gonna stick with this one. You know what? Here's the thing. Like you find something you like, you just have to go for it. You just have to go for it, right? You just gotta. Don't keep looking around, because you're just gonna get stuck in this trap where you always think there's something better. At some point in life, you get to a certain age, where you have to settle. I'm making sure my wife can't hear me. I don't think she's listening. But I'm just saying, with your color themes and your IDEs and with everything, sometimes you just got to settle. So, analysis paralysis, as advertising says, that is a very, very real thing. All right. So what I wanted to try and accomplish today, I wanted to put a little inventory, a couple little inventory. So here, let me show you. Just let me show you. All right. So I think I did it with the knife. So we have take a quick. Oh, so the reason. So here's something. If somebody wants to do a PR, because I don't feel like doing this, I played with it for a little bit. So you can see how. So this box that contains these buttons is dynamic. It's dynamically sized. So if I have 5 buttons, it will automatically surround the 5 buttons. And I was playing around with it, trying to get it to have some have some space, right? To have some border space between the edges, but I couldn't get it. I don't know why. But honestly, I tried for like 10 minutes before I moved on to something else. So if somebody wants to take care of that, but you can have a dynamic number of buttons, and then the container will grow accordingly to the number of buttons. Though, if you have a ton of buttons, such that the container would be bigger than the screen, I was like, well, first of all, because I was thinking, well, of course you would want to have a scroll so you can scroll through the buttons. But then I'm like, are you ever really going to have that many buttons? Like, if you have that many buttons, that's a few too many buttons. The chat's not working. Why didn't you guys tell me about the chat not working? Jesus Christ. All right, give me a minute. Let me fix the chat. Just give me a second. I'm going to put the chat. You guys got to be on this. You got to be on this. Where is it? YouTube chat. Here we go. And then here and easy, and it should come up now. No, it didn't come up. Okay, and now. No, it didn't come up. Okay. Now this is really bothering me. Okay, wait. Okay, well, I'm going to try this again. Pop out. Okay, I copied the link. Let me make sure I copied the correct link. I did. Okay. And then we go. First time here, never knew there was a chat. Well, yeah. Okay. I mean, that is fair. That is fair. Apparently, there's not a chat now because I cannot get it to work. Wait a minute. Am I on the right scene? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay, this is going to bug me now. And I'm going to get completely distracted. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to try Google. What live stream would it be a live stream if it didn't have Google in the window right there? See? Okay, so it's got that. And now, okay, so Google works. Why doesn't the chat window work? Let me see. I'm getting a little angry. WTF? Like, literally, like, WTF? Like, what's the malfunction? All right, never mind. We're not going to worry about it. We're going to have no chat tonight. No chat tonight. All right. I can leave the chat right there. Okay, so what we're going to do is I want to have the inventory going down along the bottom, and we're going to have so take equip. Actually, maybe we should work on take equip first, because take equip is going to take the item and it's going to equip it, right? It's going to like put it in your hands as a weapon so you can yield it as a weapon if you choose, right? If you want to go, because we have this guy here, which he'll yell at you. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear it over the music. But yeah, he yells at you, and yes, so I have a very large knife, and then a very large cell phone, and of course a very large book, which I don't know why the book. Why doesn't the book have a? Oh, the book doesn't have the it doesn't have the interaction script, which is here. Which one was it? It was item interaction, I think is what it is. Yes. And then it needs the item data, which in this case is the book. And then that should be all we need to do to add that. Like, that's literally all we should need to do to make an item interactable. That was my goal originally, was to have things very easily interactable. So let's see. And yes, of course it works. So you can see that's just from a scriptable object. I wish Razman was here, but I don't think he is. Razman, if you're here, speak up. But okay. So what I'm thinking is we do take equip, and then take equip will pick the thing up. And then, of course, so what it's going to do under the hood, it's going to destroy this object. It's going to, well, equipped is going to be a little bit different than take. Ooh, because take store is going to be a little bit different than take equip. So it's going to be very different. I'm trying to and actually, I think take store will be easier, because if we do take equip, I'm honestly not sure how take equip would work, right? Because right now, the camera is above the NPC. Like if we go to third person view, there's the, or not, yeah, there's the play. Oh, not the NPC. There's the player character there. But then if we do this, the camera will be here. So what is a good way to do? Because these guys can shoot you. I just have them. I have the shooting mechanic turned off right now, and I really want to be able to fight back, but I'm not. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's check in the garbage that we have. Let's just do that. Let's do that. We got to add this here. Can I get real with you guys for a minute? I'm going to get real with you. I swear, all day today, I have felt like doo-doo. I have felt like complete doo-doo today. Like, my legs have hurt. I've felt kind of poisoned. Like, poisoned almost. And I'm really like, this is it. And then, like, my wife gets home and, like, immediately she's like, what's wrong? And I don't think my wife sensed anything was wrong with me. I think she sensed something was wrong with the dog. And the dog sensed something was wrong with me, because the dog has been next to me all day. Normally, he's kind of independent and he'll, like, run around, do stuff. But today, he's just been like, are you okay? Are you okay? And so I think my wife noticed that there was something wrong with the dog. And the dog knew there was something wrong with me. And so I'm just like, so my wife is just like, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know. Because, like, I've been having leg nerve issues. But then I just kind of felt like icky all day. Like I've been eating something bad. And so I'm just like, and I'm like telling my wife, I'm like, I don't know, but I just have this premonition that I'm going to die. Like I do. Like I just, and I'm going to the doctor tomorrow, which has nothing to do with the way I'm feeling today. It just so happens that I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow just for like regular checkup kind of stuff. But it's just been a weird day, man. It's just been a weird day, just like contemplating my mortality, and just like thinking like, yeah, no, this is it, man. This is it. But my wife actually literally said two things. She said, one, she was like, you can't die because you still have a lot of countries left to visit, which is true. Check out my travel channel at Addie Goes Places. If this is your first time here, check out Addie Goes Places, my travel channel with new videos every other week. And she said, so you have lots of more countries to visit. And then she said, you have people on stream that you have to talk to. And I said, you know what? I like that. I like the little group of people that I'm building up. I like it. Okay, what do we do here? Books. We made the book interactable. Well, we don't need to yell. Made the book interactable. Okay. So, what do we do? Because it is going to be challenging. How do we do this? Right? Because what we would need, so, well, wait a minute. Wait. Is the camera turning as I turn? Shouldn't the... Wait. No. We need to turn widgets on. Or something like that, right? Is it this one? No. This one? No. This one? No. 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 How do I turn the stupid thing on? No. No. Oh my God. How do I turn, like, you know, with the blue and like I can see where the camera's pointing? What do I do? Let me see. Lighting, directionality, UV charts. Oh my gosh. I don't know where it's at. There's something. What is it? Is it called widgets? Is it gizmos? Gizmos. Where do I turn the gizmos on? Oh, fudge sickles. Aren't one of these gizmos debug mode draw? No. Matthew, this is where you're supposed to shine. This is where your in-depth Unity knowledge shines. You're supposed to tell me. Surfaces. Well, here's the blue. Okay, so that's that. Agents. But there is a way to show, like, where the camera, like, there's a way to, like, show the camera viewport. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to see. No. No. Oh my God. Wait. Okay. So, oh, Jesus Christ. Look at that. I uncheck one of these. The menu closes and it collapsed the option. What? Oh. Unity is fucking awful. Like, the more I use Unity, the more I am convinced it is designed by a product manager or a project manager. I have been a professional computer programmer for over 25 years, and I'm still not sure what the difference is between a product manager and a project manager. I mean, they've always seemed like the same thing to me. Like, I know what the difference is on paper, but they've always seemed like the same thing to me. But I swear, Unity is... It's designed by one of those. Matthew says, bottom left, show all gizmos, top right. Well, first of all, there is no show all gizmos on the... Okay, but wait, there is some stuff down here I didn't even notice. Draw modes. View options. Oh, wait a minute. I see what you're saying. Oh, so the buttons down on the left, they show the button. The little dot floor plan icon. Look at that. Yeah, I knew having Matthew as a buddy would pay off eventually. Okay. Selection one. Okay. Now how do I show the camera? Scene camera. No. How do I show it? There's a way to just show the viewport of the camera. That's what I'm looking for. Camera? No, camera selected. Maybe if I select the camera, will that show it? Oh, that's what I want. Okay. All right. Okay. All righty. I think now we're cooking with fire. Now we're okay. Yes. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. But this is really weird. So look at this. Do you see how the camera is turning with me? You see this little camera icon, right? You see this camera icon? It's turning with me. It's literally, why is it, I feel like it should be stationary. But instead, as I turn, it's turning. Why is that? But yet, the viewport, which I believe this is the viewport of the camera, stays the same. It's so dumb. Okay, wait a minute. All right, let's see what we got here. Everybody left. I can go back to light mode. I knew it wouldn't last. I knew it wouldn't last. It's just me, Matthew, and some mystery person now. Oh, wait. I should check the mobile. Take care. Take care is in the mobile chat. Somebody called Take Care says Seabow. I don't know what that means, but I do think it's funny because Take Care, it reminds me of Not Sure. Take Care and Not Sure. Maybe they're cousins. All right. I'm trying to think. Because you should be able to pick... Should you? I was going to say you should be able to pick the book up and hit somebody with the book, but maybe you want to pick the book up and throw the book. But either way, you're going to have to carry it. That's the mechanic that is difficult, right? Because it's going to have to be... Because this can't... So I watched an entire YouTube video about a guy who... He was doing a first-person Unity game. I wish I had paid more attention to the video now. But he was doing a first-person Unity game. And what he did was he tried to put the... or he did it... It took a lot of work for him to put the camera in the player character model's head, so that literally the camera was like, because you would think you would put the camera with the player character's model with the player character's model's eyes, right? So that when you turned, the camera was like his eyes and you were looking at the player character's eyes. But there were all kinds of technical problems with that, and he just worked through those problems. PR is up for improved interaction, menu sizing, and padding. Jesus Christ, Matthew. All right. Well, hey, Matthew, can you put a PR up to finish the whole game? Can you do that? I better watch what I asked for. He's going to do it, and then I'm going to be like, that's exactly how I would feel. I would be like, because like there would be part of me that would be like, wow, that's impressive and cool because I want to see it. But then there would be part of me that like, that's like, I wanted to write it. I wanted to do it. All right, let me see this PR. Let's see. Interaction menu for dynamic sizing. Okay. What did you do? What did you have to do? Okay, so you made changes in the Unity, and then so I know exactly what that's a neat shortcut. So in C++, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. I got to undo this, guys. I can't do this. I can't. I tried. I can't do it. I can't do it. There. Oh, that's so much better. It feels so good to be home. So in C++, there's a shortcut like, that's a little too big. You could do this. You could do auto x, or actually you could do x equals get x greater than 10, and then, or greater than 10, and then you do something, right? So this is a shortcut that we're in the if statement, you can declare a variable inside of the if statement. Whereas here, I was kind of missing that in C#, but here is a way to do it, which I think is quite clever. Alt var button. You can actually declare button right here where you're calling it. That's pretty neat. So wait, can you do... In C#, could you do... Let me see. What would it look like? If var x... No, I don't know. No, because this is actually passing it as a reference that gets modified. Because I'm trying to think of like if var x equals get, like I'm trying to think of like the same syntax, but no, that's not going to work on C#. Is there a way to do it with a function other than declaring it where? Yeah, I'm not sure how that would work unless you could do something like var x equal. Yeah, like the AI had what I was going for. Could you do this in C# maybe? Could you do that? Right? Because you're like declaring it within the... But would X go out of scope once it exited here? That's the only problem, is that I read this and I'm like, I understand what you're trying to do, but then I feel like X... I feel like, god damn it. I feel like X would not even be a variable at this point, right? Because X would be out of scope here. No, I'm super curious. With all the syntactical sugar that C# has, I would be... Well, I'm not going to say I would be surprised if there wasn't a way to do it, but I feel like there should be a way to do it with all the, like... Because that is one thing, like coming from a strong C++ background, and I mentioned it 1,000 times. That like I use C# back when it was in beta, and like way back in the year 2000, like literally. But And C# has come a long way in the past 25 years. And but even when C# came out, it was designed. Well, it was designed by Andreas Healdsburg, but it seemed like, and I don't know if he was a C++ programmer. Maybe he was. I don't know, but I'm sure he was at least familiar with C++. But what it felt like C# was kind of what C++ programmers at the time wished C++ was. And it had all these neat syntactical shortcuts and all these nice little nifty ways to do things. And from playing around with C# for the past 6 months, I guess 6 to 8 months that we've been working on this game, I've seen even more of that in C#, like the whole being able to because back in my day when I worked in C#, the only if you had class foo, you had to, if you wanted to do a public you would no. If you had if you could do you would do this. You would have to do, oh, come on AI, where did you go? What'd you do with my cursor? You would do this, and then you could do public, not quite all that. Public int x. So I guess you could do get and set was about the extent of what you had back in my day. Or you could also do public No. If you wanted to use _x, you had to do this. You had to do get would be return. I think you had to do this. Return, I'm sure this is still valid syntax. Get x, and then you had to do x equals value. But now I've noticed now that there's a new way to do it, which is basically public int x. I might get the syntax wrong, but I think it's something like this, right? Like that, and then the set is is also a shortcut. Yeah. Wait, why did the AI not complete it in? What is up with my AI? Excuse me. Why is my AI not? It's putting it right there on the screen, and normally all I have to do is press tab, and it puts it in. Oh my god. Anyway, all right, then I guess we'll just type it out. But my point is that so this is a lot cleaner, right? Or it's not that it's a lot cleaner. It's a nice shortcut. It's a nice syntactical way to do it. So C# is they seem very conscious of adding these syntactical shortcuts to do things. And that's something that literally that was something I noticed way back when I first saw C# 25 years ago. And it looks like it's a tradition that they have only continued. So I would be very surprised if there wasn't a way to declare a variable within an if statement, like you can do up here with C++. Surely, let's ask AI. I'm going to ask Rock. Yeah, we use equals greater than all over the place at work. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? Is there a shortcut in C# to declare a variable in an if statement like there is in C++? Yes. Okay. Well, that's not exactly it. That's not what I was asking. Comparison. Yeah. So in C++, you can so this is what I was talking about. So no, the AI is saying, well, yes, you can, but it's not, there's no direct comparison. It looks like there's no, so this is the out thing. This is more or less what Matthew had in his PR. And then there's this, which I discovered this as well when I was seeing if component is this and stuff like that. But there's no, let me see. But there is no shortcut like this. Is there? You're correct. C# does not have a direct equivalent. Yeah, so in C sharp, you'd have to do it the old-fashioned way. You declare the variable with the getter, and then you call the if statement. All right. I am in a I would call it a friendly pissing contest with somebody at work occasionally, because this syntax here, he hates that syntax. Me, I love that syntax. Now, I could, if I really wanted to, I could put my foot down and be like, "This is the syntax but that's petty. It creates bad teamship. Is that a word? Teamship. You know what I'm trying to say. It fosters a poor working environment. So things like that, I will let go. I will leave that. That is your personal choice. That is fine. However, I will say that it will be a cold day in hell before I allow that. I will be dead in the grave before I allow that in my code base. Hell no. No. We could go to the CEO, right? And the CEO will be like, Addy, you have to allow that in your code base or we're going to have to let you go. And I'd be like, okay, well, then I guess my time here is done. I guess it's been a good run. I guess it's time for me to put up my skates and leave. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm a skater, but I guess that's what it would be time to do. All right. Okay, let's kind of get back to it. I have a tendency to get distracted. In case you hadn't noticed. All right. So what are we going to do? I got to figure out what we're going to do. Okay, well, first let's merge Matthew's PR before we get into any merge conflicts or anything like that. Let's merge soon and merge often. That's what my grandma used to say. May she rest in peace. All right, very nice PR, Matthew. Thank you. Let's go ahead and merge that. Pull that down. All righty. Okay, so what do we do? Because I feel if we're going to pick something up and have it in front of us, we need to figure out this camera issue. Like, we need to figure out why the camera is a... Oh, wait a minute. Excuse me. Okay, there you go. Thank you. Down. Okay, so we need to figure out why the camera is in his head here, but when I play the game, it definitely is not in his head. Like, right there. See? It's not in his head. So, why would that be? We have... This is the camera. That's the main camera. Yes. If I pull it up... What if I put it down? Let's put it down. Let's see what happens. Well, I guess we can go here. And then we're on the ground, right? No. We're not. I expected the camera to be like inside the guy. Right? What am I missing? This is the main camera. Main camera. Is it because the main because what if I move the main camera out of the player object? Does that make a difference? Because all the directional stuff is in script, so maybe it doesn't make it. Oh, I know what it is. I got it, boys. I got it. I know what it is. It's repositioning it. Yes, here's first person, here's third person. It's repositioning. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. Okay, so we can do this, and then we can actually, just for giggles, bring the camera up, right? And then let's see what happens. Oh, yeah, because we're actually behind that eyeball, right? Like we're see how he has an eyeball? Well, so does the player character. So we're behind the eyeball. So that makes sense. So I guess we could come a little forward of the eyeball. Where's my mouse? Can I get a mouse? Okay, there we go. Okay. Whoa. So, oh, Jesus. I know what the... Wait a minute. I want the rotation of that position to be the same rotation of the player. So the player's rotation is 0, 2, 40, 0. So I want first person to be 0, 2, 40, 0, I think. I think that's what I want. 240. No, yes. And then I want to be able... I don't know if that worked. I don't know if that worked like I thought it would. Oh, Jesus. What happened? What did I do? What happened? Excuse me. Oh, my God. What did I do? Apparently, I did nothing. Okay. All right. All right. And then we go inside. Okay. So I think you can kind of tell we're inside, but we're off centered. We still have our menus. Okay. What is all of this about? I don't understand what happened there. All right. Let's see. Main camera. No, first person position. The problem is, and maybe Matthew has a suggestion for this. I want to get, you see this X, Y, Z. I want to get it in the same direction as the player character because I want to be able to center it into the player character and pull it out and push it down. Like the up down's not a big deal, but I can't drag it because and I have such a hard time discerning, and hopefully I don't think I'm the only person that has this issue, but I have such a difficult time discerning, okay, wait, is it just really close to me but not close to the ground? Like where exactly in the 3D space is it? I have a very difficult time discerning that. But I want to get the box so that. But it kind of looks... No. I mean, I can try doing it manually. Right? Like that, I guess. That didn't work. What? I'm doing something wrong. There's something I'm fundamentally not understanding. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening here. Okay. But I do think that I think I'm legitimately in front. I think the camera is legitimately... Yeah. No, I think this is actually a good spot, maybe. Matthew says, in the axis thing, top right, press the green Y. Then to the white box, go to the orthographic. Go to the orthographic. We'll give it a better view. So let's see. Top box, press the green Y. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so that just kind of sets the camera. All right, I think I'm going to stick with the position I have. I think I'm going to do that. Could also reset the transform of the first person position, move it up. If rotation of player is all at 0, it should be easier to line up. I guess that's a good point. As I set the... I just turned them around. And then first person position, set that all to 0 maybe. Now how am I going to tell? Okay. That's good. Oh my God, look at that. That's exactly what this guy Matthew's a genius, man. I need to hold on to him. Yeah, forget Razman, forget Not Sure. Matthew is where it's at. No, Razman and Not Sure. I love you guys. I don't know if either one of you are here, but I love you guys. All right, let me see. Up. How do I get... So where did the y-axis... Oh, my God. Okay. Wait, what's going on here? Am I... This is a weird view. Why does he disappear so soon? I don't understand that. Okay. Oh, my God. What did I do? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I just need to push I just need to not push buttons I don't understand. I think this is a good thing. I think this is good. And then I think what one of the videos I did, I think what they did is they had a position. They did, okay, so we can create empty, right? And we can put item position or held or equipped is equipped with 2 P's or 1 P. Equipped. That doesn't look right. But that doesn't look right. I think it's 2 P's. Equipped item position. Okay. So we have that, and then what we'll do is we will have to... Okay, I can do this. I don't need Matthew's help. I can do this without Matthew. I don't need his help. Whatevs. Okay, we put that a little down. Put that down here, and then right there. That's going to... Now, we're going to have to think about... Is it culling? Is that when one thing goes into another? Is that what culling is? We're going to have to think about that. We're going to have to think about, obviously, if we're holding something and we walk towards a wall... we're going to have to think about, well, is the book going to go right through the wall? It probably will, or I don't know. Maybe if there's collision and everything, maybe it won't. Maybe we'll have to figure out how to, prevent that, but we'll worry about that later. You know what? Matthew can do that in a PR. How's that? That sounds good. I like that idea. So what we need to do... Now, this might not be the best way to do this. Item interaction. So the way that I've done picking up, it's all through, let's see, we have item interaction. I'm trying to remember how this works. Even though I just looked at it less than 24 hours ago, I have the memory of a gerbil, okay? Plus, I have a day job, so you know what the thing is? One thing that I really wish I could do, I really wish I could stream me working on my day job. Because when I am on the stream... You think I get distracted while I'm on the stream? I mean, I do. But you should see me while I'm working. It's even more I'm even more distracted. And honestly, I honestly wish I could do my work on stream talking to you guys, because it would help me stay focused. It really would. But something tells me that my job might have a problem with that. Call me crazy, but they might have a problem with proprietary code being broadcast on Facebook or YouTube. God, I sound like such a boomer. Yeah, I'm broadcasting. I'm going to be live streaming on the Facebooks tonight. Such a boomer. All right. So, do interaction. I think to some extent we can have... I'm trying to think if this is an item interaction class, and the way I did this, here's how I did this. Now I kind of feel like I reinvented a Unity event to some extent. I have a feeling I did, so maybe we can undo this in a maybe Wednesday or Friday, or maybe in 3 weeks, because Lord knows how long it takes me to do anything. But what I did is well, first of all, the the interactions themselves are defined on the scriptable object, right? So here is the book, and I have a read function, I have the take equipped and the take store functions, and they basically just have a key and a description, okay? And the key, what the key is, the way that the key is mapped to an actual function is by this attribute. And so this do interaction method, all it does is it just kind of combs through the functions. It uses, this is one thing I loved about C#. I loved C#'s reflection capabilities. C++ does not have reflection because, and the reason for that, the main reason for that is that C++ is a compiled language, whereas C#, it's kind of a compiled language, but it's also an interpreted language, right? It like compiles to like .NET code. So, but the fact that it is like slightly, it's like Java, right? It's like it's compiled to like byte code, but that does allow it certain nice things like reflection. And I remember back in, it was like 2010, summer 2010. I got this job for this company. It was an immigration company. I don't remember what they wanted to do is they wanted to make the immigration process. They wanted to do for the immigration process what TurboTax did for the tax process, which I thought was really cool. And so this is story time. So and it was a work from home company and a work from home position. And remember, this was 2010. So you had some work from home positions at that point, but not a lot, not like it is today. And I got the job. Well, I didn't get the job. I got past the first interview because he asked me some question. And it was like some question like, if you had like a command line program, how would you design your input to map commands to functions? How would you do that? And I said something like, if I was using C#, I would use attributes and I would use reflection to do something very similar to this, right? To just kind of like mull through the function, to search through the functions, look for the appropriate attribute, and then invoke it that way. And then he was like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, he was like, "Oh, reflection. No, that shows a deeper understanding of the language. I think we can move on to the second." This was the weirdest job. So I ended up getting the job. It was this guy. I don't remember his name. There was two guys. It was this Indian guy and this white guy. Not that has anything to do with it. I'm just talking about my memory. But I was working closest with the white guy, and because the Indian guy was like the CEO, and then the white guy was like the programmer, and I was hired as as a second programmer, and for like 2 weeks, mind you, I was hired as a programmer. I was hired to help them program because the guy needed help programming. He would not send me the code. Every time I asked him for code, like, "Hey, can you share the source code?" "Well, when it's ready, I'll send it to you." And it's just like, okay, you want to pay me to like do nothing? I am more than happy. And this went on for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I was like, I was trying to create busy work for myself. So like this was before GitHub. Maybe GitHub was around, but it wasn't like as popular or anything. So there weren't a lot of like online source control options at the time, at least not at the enterprise level. And so I was setting up. We were using SVN, like that's what I used a lot before I switched over to Mercurial and then eventually Git. So I had to set up an SVN repository on their servers, and I was trying to set up some bug tracking software because I was like, we're a software company, we got to do this right. So let's, we got to have source control. And I kept asking, I was like, "Are you going to check this in the source code?" "Yeah, I'll get it." And then I had some trouble. I was trying to get this bug tracking software hooked up to Active Directory or whatever the hell it's called, so that you could use your Active Directory to sign into the bug tracking software. And I struggled with that for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And mind you, this is 2010 internet. So search was absolute shit, right? Like You don't have to. Like, you young whippersnappers don't know how good you had it back in my day. Like, literally. But, like, 2010 internet was not nearly as helpful as it was today. I couldn't get it to work. And they fired me. They fired me because I think what it was because I was kind of like, well, is it really necessary to have Active Directory hooked up to the bug tracking software when for now, instead of having me waste 2 weeks trying to get this to work, why don't we just go with usernames and I'll give all of us admin access and we can just log into that and just use it like that. No. Well, I think it's very important. We have to. And I think the reason that they fired me is because I kept bugging the guy. I was like, are you going to check can you send me the source code? And at some point I was like, well, how about if you send me the source code and I just check it in? And honestly, I think what it was, so he had a test site and literally you go in, you couldn't log into the test website. I would ask him for credentials and you type in and it just would always say, bad username. And he was like, oh, it's a bug. I'll fix it tomorrow. And like, he never fixed it. I think what was going on is he didn't have anything. I think he just had like a fake login page and was probably ripping the CEO off. So I don't think he had any legitimate code, never sent me code. And then they fired me. So I wish I could remember the name of that company. I can't remember the name of that company. I wish I could because I would love to see if they ever did anything. What the hell was the name of that? Oh, you know what? No. I'm not going to. I was getting ready to search through email, but out of respect to you guys for watching me and joining me here, I'm going to be respectful and I'm going to try and work on the game. That's the way that Not Sure would have wanted it. I know it. Okay, so the way I have this working is. So again, on the scriptable object is where you define your actions, you define the interactions, and then you can either in this item interaction or you can derive from item interaction. So you could think of it as like you could have a knife interaction class, you could have a book interaction class. And the way that this do interaction method will work is it will look for your function in the class that it is, right? So if you have a knife interaction class, it's going to look in the knife interaction class first for this attribute. If it doesn't find it, then it's going to go up one level to the base type, and then it's going to look there. If it doesn't find, it's going to keep going up to the base type until it finds a mono behavior class, and then it's just going to quit out. So to some extent, we could have a take equipped class. I think, or not a take equipped class. You would have a take equipped function, which could be in the base class, but sometimes you're going to have to, sometimes you're going to have to have items that are unequipable. But I guess in that case, what you would do is you just wouldn't have the take equipped, right? And I guess so you wouldn't have a take equipped function on that item. And if you really needed it to be like a runtime decision, I guess we can wait. What I'm trying to say is we don't need a Boolean or something like that to determine whether or not something can be equipped because we don't know if we're going to need it. So let's not add it now. If we need at some point to decide during runtime, like, okay, well, this item is equipable at the beginning of the game, but then something happens where it's not, let's deal with that later. Right now, let's just try to equip it. Okay, so what we're going to do, so we have the item data, easy. So literally, we need to get this item equip position, right? How would we do that? I don't know. This is a component that's on the player. So, I mean, we should be able to get the player, and then can you just get this by... What is this called? Is that it's not a component. It's a game object name. Okay, let's ask AI. Get the equipped item position game object that is a child of the player game object. and set the position. Okay, I mean, AI is just going to do it all. Let's see what AI comes up with. Okay, okay, that's enough comments. Okay, that's enough comments. Okay, that's enough comments. AI. Oh my God. AI, would you just write the code? Okay, fine. Okay, easy, easy. Okay. Find equipped. Is this right? Transform find? I guess. Okay. So let's see. Assuming that this find function works as expected, if it's not null, game object instance. So this is actually instantiating the item prefab, which I don't think we need to do. I think instead we can somehow take ownership of that item prefab. So, maybe what we need. Maybe we need an equipped item script. I'm not sure what it's going to do yet, but that feels correct to me. Let me see. Create mono behavior. Equipped. Oh my God. EQI QUI PPED equipped item.cs. Okay. So this is going to be attached to the player because it's the player that's going to equip it. And I guess by that logic, let's think in terms of, okay, let's have this script work in such a way that we could have the green guy who is on our team. We could have the green guy equip something. And we could have, and then eventually I want to add like other friendly NPCs. So, okay, come on. Importing asset. Let's import it already. Okay. So, equipped item. We'll just go ahead and attach it here. Okay. So, what is the equipped item asset going to do? Well, we're going to hand it an item. We're going to hand it a game object. I guess we need to hand it a game object and item data. We need to hand it an item instance. Oh, wait a minute. This is getting into some subtleties here. I'm thinking. I'm silent because I'm thinking. Just let the genius think for a second. Just give me a minute. Just let the genius think for a second. And once Matthew is done thinking, he'll let me know what he thinks. That's a joke. No, I'm sure Matthew is a genius, but okay. So I think what we're gonna do. Oh, come back. What? So I think what we want is, let's do, just to make Razman happy, serialized field. We're gonna have game object, and this is going to be equipped item, not prefab. I don't know about the item prefab. It's going to be equipped item, I think, actually. And then we'll also want serialized field equipped item position, which is going to be that position thing. So POS, piece of Don't say it. All right. So I know that here for the, okay, come back, baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong. And I just can't live without you. Okay, why is the, oh, I guess because it's never being used? Wait a minute. Equipped item. Why is it not showing up here? I'm going to guess it's because it's not being used. So I kind of want to do something like this. And I don't know that this makes sense. But yes, this is exactly what I want to do. I don't know if the rotation, we'll leave the rotation alone. Oh, no, wait. Actually, we probably do want the rotation, right? Otherwise, it's going to stay in the same rotation even as you move it. It's going to do one of those, right? My arm is moving, but my hand's like pointing the same way, right? We're going to leave. Okay, so you probably do want that, but we probably, do we want these to be nullable? I guess we do. We want equipped item to be nullable. If not equipped item, this is one of the few times I will allow something else on the return, right? That. I will allow that. That is acceptable. So equipped item position. So equipped item position should show up in the inspector now. Unless you get a compilation error. Wait, what are we doing here? Equipped item? What is the error? Equipped item member names cannot be the same as their enclosing type. What? Oh. Okay. All right. This song, I don't know what it is. This song reminds me of Bolivia. I think what it is, it has been, I was last in Bolivia in August, and here we are in May. It's been 9 months since I've been in Bolivia. So that means if I knock somebody up in Bolivia, they're having my child now. But that didn't happen. Let's just calm down. That did not happen. But this is the longest I have gone without going to Bolivia since like 2017, 2018. And I'm missing Bolivia. And I can tell that I'm missing Bolivia because tonight after I kind of wrapped up the day work-wise and I had some time to decompress before I came upstairs to do this stream, I was like, I'm going to watch something. And what did I start watching? I'm going to show you what I started watching. And well, not show you. I'm going to play for you what I started watching in music form. And you can tell me if you know what I started watching. Here, let me find it. It's going to be okay. This is what I start watching this is what I start listening to. No. This is the theme song to what I start watching every time I miss Bolivia. Tell me if you know it. Probably going to get a copyright notice for this, but that's okay. It's not like my channel is monetized. Oh, Jesus. Now, wait a minute. Soy el fuego que arde tu piel. Soy el agua que mata tu sed. El castillo, la torre, yo soy la... I forgot the words. Soy el aire que respiro yo. Y la luz de luna en el mar. La garganta que ansió mejor. I forgot the words. Anyway, if you know this, yes, this show takes place in Colombia. It does not take place in Bolivia. It's probably a little bit offensive to kind of associate this with Bolivia, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll start watching Narcos every time when I start watching Narcos, I'm like, yeah, I miss Bolivia. Tuyo será. Such a good song. And it repeats. We're going to listen to the whole thing, and then we'll get back to this. Mm-hmm. So what I need to do... Equip the item. I know what I need to do. Soy el fuego que arde tu piel. Soy el agua que mata tu sed, El castillo, la torre, yo soy la espalda que guarda calda, tú el aire que respiro yo. Y la luz de la onda en el mar, la garganta que ansió mejor. Mojar. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, and that's another reason I really miss Bolivia is like I feel each day that my Spanish is just getting worse and getting worse and getting worse. And so I it's like I desperately need to go back to Bolivia. I desperately need to go back. Anyway, all right. But I'm going back. I haven't bought the tickets yet, but I'll be back probably like August 1st, 2nd, sometime around there. All right, let's get the EDM music back. Okay. So, what the item pickup will do, and I apologize for that little torture. So I don't think I need this. I think what I can do here instead is I can do var equipped item position equals. Can I do player? That's too late. Player dot. Is it get component? Yes, that is what I was looking for. And then okay. I'm just going to do this. If it makes sense, I prefer to just, instead of having like nested ifs, I prefer to just kind of return. Now, I will say that this actually, so in C++, this is actually, it does make a difference whether you have things nested in an if or you return early. In C++, it's better to return early. Though I will say, it makes it harder to read. I would argue that this is harder to read, or not harder to read, but I would say that reading this is more prone to error in your reading than reading it within nested if statements, because you might overlook the return and then you come down and it's just not as clear. And you know, like I say a lot on this stream that when you're writing code, you not only want to write like you want to write optimized code for your program, but you also want to write optimized code for reading, because code, I love this quote. It's not mine. I can't claim it, but code is written once, but read many times. So you need to keep that in mind. And that's another thing. Like, I saw one of these streamers, I was watching some like Unity best practices or some crap like that. And this motherfucker was naming his variables X and CS. And I wanted to reach into the screen and fucking slap him. If I see you naming a variable if I see you naming a variable X, I will not be happy. And I'm going to correct myself here and name that better. See, there you go. Okay, you gotta live by what you preach. Do as I say, not as I do. But in this case, do as I do. Okay. So we get the item equipment position, but actually, I think what we can do here is let me see. I put this over here, and then where's the item equipment? So I think what we can do is we can just set this. So actually, let's see. We can do this. Equipped item var. Okay, that's perfect. We'll use the public variable. Oh, the private variable, I mean. Here and here. And actually we can use the exclamation point because we know it's never going to be null. And then this should be nullable enabled. Okay. So now over here, once we get the equipped item, what do we do? This is where I'm a little confused. So if I have book and then on it I have an item interaction script, how do I get book? So isn't that something, and this is something that Matthew says this isn't algebra. No, it's not. It's not. I'm not sure what you were referring to there, but I have the memory of a gerbil. Okay, I think it's something like, isn't there like a get parent or would it be this parent? Or so this script is going to be attached to the item that I want the user to be able to pick up. So I want, and I'm assuming, you see this book here that's highlighted over in the hierarchy? I'm assuming that is a game object itself. And I want to get that game object. So I would imagine variable naming, description name versus DN. Yes, no, just you got to have descriptive name. You got to have descriptive name. So, okay, I'm going to ask AI. Get the game object that this script is attached to. And okay, var. Is it that simple? Is it really that simple? Really? Really? No. Can it be? Is it really that simple? Okay, let's try it. Okay, so what we want to do then is we want to have equipped item position. No, equipped item. Okay, that's a poor name. Okay, so no. Oh, I see what I did. Okay, so this should be here. So in the start method, we can equipped item position. And this is a private object. So I do not like my private objects with capital letters. So we're going to do underscore lowercase e. Equipped item position. Equipped item position is that's what we want. Okay. Maybe, no. Instead of a game object, this should actually be a transform, right? No, not that one. This one. It should be a transform. Transform. And then we can do var. Equipped item position equals, not post. Position equals that transform. Perfect. Okay. Now, so this is going to okay, I mean, that's just going to throw a null exception if it's not set. So again, error handling in this game is a nightmare. I am sure there are crashes all over the place, but that is a problem for another day. Hey, maybe Matthew can bang that PR out in the next 10 minutes. Who knows? Okay, equipped position. Okay, so what we want to do, equipped position. So this is actually going to be item equipped. That's, and since equipped item position is the transform, we don't need that. Okay. Now we need the equipped item variable. Equipped item var. So what we want to do here actually is let's see, equipped. Oh, this is a terrible song. That's horrible. Oh, that's awful. No. Ugh, gross. Okay, I need to change this like ASAP. We're gonna go back to the horror, the copyright free horror music. Where was that? Copyright free horror, not horror. Free horror music, no copyright. We'll stick with that. This is good. This is good stuff. All right, boys. All right, let's get back to this. So we have equipped item is attached to the player. So this should actually be this game object, right? I mean, I feel like this in C++, this would be like I would walk over to the dev's desk or cubicle and I would slap them. But you know, different strokes for different folks. All right, so this terrible looking line, I think that should work, right? Because what this is saying, because equipped item is attached to the item. Matthew says just get component will work. So I guess you're saying this. That'll work. So I guess that get component will look at the this and anything. Are the game object? I'm going to stick with that until you confirm that. Okay. And then in the update, we have we're just constantly updating the position and the rotation of the thing. Yes. Yeah. Finance bro. We went back to, because I said, as long as, the viewer count stays above 5, we'll be in dark mode. And then it dropped down to like 4, although it is 6 right now. So, okay. So it's 6 right now. So we'll go back to that Tokyo Drift, theme, just to make Finance Bro happy. All right, where's the Tokyo Drift theme? I don't know where it went. I guess it didn't download. All right, we'll go with this one. Oh no, we need the borders. Although this is really difficult to deal with. All right, it's bordered at least. Oh, Jesus, this is hard. Yes, whatever game object it's attached to will get the component from. Okay, all right. I'll assume that. Okay, that's good. That's a nice little handy dandy shortcut to know. Perfect. Okay. So then over here, what we need to do. This is the weird thing. Okay, so this is going to be attached to the item, so we can get this game object. We have to get the components. So let me see. So in interaction. This is a mono behavior, which means this has start, which means we can go ahead and cache the player, right? So we should be able to do... All right, so in player, we can get the start. In player, we can get the start. In start, we can get the player. And you know what they say? Don't hate the player, hate the game. Remember that. I remember my sisters. I have many sisters, but generally when I talk about my sisters, I'm talking about the sisters that were on my mom's side, because my parents divorced when I was very young. But so my sisters, my 2 sisters on my mom's side, and I remember when my daughter was like 5, 6, 7 years old. I remember my sister is a bit younger than me, and I remember like one time, like my daughter was hanging out with my sisters, and my older of the 2 sisters, she's like, tell your dad what we taught you, what you learned today, and my daughter is like, don't hate the player, hate the game. And then my sister's like, what else? Always have a backup. So, yeah. I should mention, my daughter is happily married today. So, what is this? Where did that come from? I'm literally having a hard time parsing this because it's in dark mode. I can't do it. Like literally, okay. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna power through it. Like there's a syntax error somewhere, but did I like fat finger something, or was it some AI slop that? Like, what is that? Where did that come from? Instantiate. Oh, I know what it is. I think. Actually, I'm not 100% sure, but we're gonna go with it. Okay, so on take equip. All right. Oh, okay. This is code I was working on. Tell her to use Git for backup. Okay. Well, actually, we don't need a player thing. We can actually just get... Because I want to get this. I guess we could just do this, right? Okay. I have an object. Object. Okay. Equipped item script. That feels weird, but that's what I'm going to go with. So we can actually, we'll get that in the start, right? So the player, we'll try to be nice. Player, blah, blah, blah. If player equal null, then we'll do that. And then, okay, get component equipped item. Perfect. And then, yeah, what the hell? We'll do another warning there. Okay, so we get the equipped item. So now that's set on equipped sprint. So now what we should be able to do is we should just be able to do... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, we can just get the game object. Yeah. I am making this way too difficult. No. Yeah, no. I'm overthinking this. This should actually just be this. This dot game object, right? I can get rid of this. I can get rid of this. Okay. And then down here, equipped item script, this equals game. Okay, and then that's going to set this. And now what should happen is the object should literally jump from the ground to the player's to the equipped position that's in front of the player. This, in theory, should work at a rudimentary level. Let's see how it goes. We got compilation errors, boys. Let's take care of those. Where's that? Var player. Oh, okay. Var player equals that. Okay, we just need an equal sign there. Easy. Need to take a sip of water. This is going to be intense. Okay. Equipped item position could not be found. Oh. It's actually... Right. Equipped item. Okay. Equipped item script does not exist in the current context. I put 2 underscores. Should be just 1. Okay. Cannot implicitly convert type equipped item to game object. Wait, where's that at? I think I saw it right. Is it? Where the hell's the? Oh, here. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Equipped item script. That makes sense to me, kind of. Well, what is it? An equipped item? Like, I mean that makes sense to me. Will that work? I don't know. Cannot implicitly convert type game object to equipped item. Ooh. So this equipped item, I realized I needed to start writing notes to myself. But the equipped item is a script that is attached to the player script. And it should hold the equipped item position. Okay. This script is attached to the player character and defines where items the player is holding should be placed in the world. Okay. And honestly, it's probably eventually going to be placed on NPCs once we get it working. But okay, let's see. Okay, so this is an equipped item. This is a mono behavior. But I can't... Equipped item position. Oh, wait. No. Wait. Where's the error? God damn it. Equipped item script equals this game object. Okay. Oh. Duh. No, I need to make it equipped item var. Equipped item var. That should do it. Okay, we're getting closer. The type namespace equipped item position could not... Oh, I think I probably have something poorly named. Oh, maybe not. Wait. This is attached to the player. This is the position, equipped item position. Oh, wait, no, I don't need to do that here. Yeah, and actually, this should not be a serialized field. But I don't need to do this because we're setting this in the inspector. Okay, nothing to do. Okay, easy. Okay, that's good. All right. All right, we do have a warning. Non-nullable field items must contain a non-null value when exiting constructor. Consider declaring field as nullable. So I guess it's telling me that it's recommending I do this. I don't like having warnings. All right, let's see. Dereference a possibly null reference. Where is that? We'll just do this. All right. Okay, so we have to set the equipped item position. Now we should, I think, be able to pick things up. Let's see if... Let's set a breakpoint just to be safe. And then we gotta run it. God, this is so difficult. How do you people work in this every day, all day? This is the most obnoxious thing. I literally... This is so obnoxious. Okay. Is it gonna... Does it not have to reload? Okay, let's run it. Okay. So let's see what... Oh, okay, the book fell. Okay, that's fine. Let's try picking up the phone. Oh, wait, we didn't define it on the phone. Why doesn't escape work? Oh, because we have a breakpoint. It's working. It's just, it broke. Okay. Okay, I literally cannot tell what's going on because it's in dark mode. Like, I don't know what's happening. I've got to switch it. I've got to switch it back. It's driving me crazy. Okay, light mode. Okay. That does feel bright. It does feel bright. But there's only 4 people in the chat, so I'm not going to change it back until there's more. So, you know, hey. All right, I'm going to restart this. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay, let me see. So it comes through. I thought we cached the player object. No, we cached it, but we don't. Okay, so I don't need all this nonsense. Okay, but let's just run it. I don't need it. Okay, so that's really the meat. Okay. I believe it is working because you can kind of see it working. Let's go to third person. Okay. Well, it's so hard to walk forward. I wonder if it's because I put some mass on the knife. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay. All right. I mean, it kind of works, right? I mean, it kind of works. I think we need to adjust the position because I think it's like too close to the camera and yeah, it's like too close to the camera. But I mean, hey, it's like
I'll find you. You're under arrest.
Oh, you know what I just realized? Okay, so I'm going to stop the music. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. I just realized this NPC, the way it detects if it sees you is it shoots out a raycast, and then it looks at the first thing that the raycast intersects. And if it intersects you, then he plays that sound. But I think what's happening is it's like a cat, right? Like I'm holding the book up in front of me so he can't see me. So he doesn't know I'm there. So he doesn't see me. See, look. He doesn't see me, but if I turn to the side.
Freeze! You're under arrest.
But now
I'll find you.
So now he stops seeing me. That's what I'll find you. Like when he goes out of view, and now
freeze. You're under arrest. I'll find you. I'll find you. You're under arrest.
Anyway, that's an interesting little side effect. But but this is good. Like we made progress. Like we're able to pick things up. Now, I don't play a lot of games. What would be a good mechanic to drop the item? Like, I feel like if it's going to be used as a weapon, probably the primary mouse button. There's an owl outside, and I have to tell my wife because my dog is literally like 4.5, 5 pounds. I can hear the owl. Like, I think my dog is like right on the edge where he's like a little too fat for a bird to get him, but an overly ambitious owl might try. Anyway, what was I saying? I was saying something. I forgot what I was saying. I think we need to adjust this equip position. And also, of course, like the book, like the knife, right? Like the knife is not going to be this big. So if we make the knife, I think 3.5 is what we had for like an actual size of the knife. I don't know if the knife is I don't know if gravity is going to work on the knife. It should. I think it has isn't it a rigid body that it needs? Well, yeah, of course it has a rigid body. No, it has a collider. It might not have a rigid body. Let me see. What is the difference between a rigid body and a collider? Is it that? Oh, I think it's that the rigid body gives it physics. It makes it influenced by physics, but and a collider is for collision detection. Is that the difference? But yeah, you can see here, and then equip, and then yeah, I mean, I guess you would actually kind of want it like at the view, in the view, like, you know, at the same back and forth. But no, this is good. This is a good start. Also, I think what we might need is I think every item might need a like an equipped rotation, right? Because the knife right now, when we grab the knife, it's very horizontal. But when we grab it, we want it to be pointing forward. So we're probably going to need we're going to need a way, and it probably makes sense to put it in the scriptable object where we have a rotation that the knife will take when you equip it, and then it will apply that rotation to it so that it's pointing in the direction we want it to point in. I don't know. I mean, and also like I said, pressing the primary mouse button, I think is a fine, like, I think that's a fine way to actually use it, like to do damage. What would be a good mechanic to drop the item? Now remember, we have to have the mechanic to drop it, or we should have a mechanic to drop it, or to put it in your inventory. I think we have about 15 minutes left. I think we can do the dropping pretty quickly. First of all, I want to give it a rigid body. I think the rigid body is what it needs. Now, I got to remember this also. I am doing things on the hierarchy objects, and I really should be doing them on the prefab. So I'm gonna have to remember like the book, like I gotta add the item interaction, which I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the book now while I'm thinking of it. So let's see. We're gonna delete this. Easy. Okay, item interaction. Easy. Easy. And then items, and then we have the book, and then the book prefab is right there. Oh, that's not the prefab. It's not the pre. Oh, no, 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 no. Wait. Yes. No. Yes. The book has an animation. Interesting. Okay. So I need to add the item interaction script to the prefab. Where did it go? It was there. Where did it go? Literally, where did it go? Item interaction. Why can I not put it? Okay, let's try this. If I do this, and then I can put the book script on here. No. Oh, no, I'm doing it wrong. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Just shut up, okay? Just stop for a second. Just calm down. I got this. I got this. I got this. I think. I need to put the scriptable object on it, which is scriptable object this. Easy. No, that's not even working. Well, this certainly is a pickle. Why does this say imported object? That makes me feel like this has something to do with it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, wait. Come here. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do properties. Okay, easy. Okay, and then we're going to do scriptable object, book. Why can I not put that over here? I am so confused. But if I go over here, right, I can do this, and now can I do that? Well, now apparently, okay, what am I doing wrong? I'm doing something wrong. Is it This script is typically attached to an item in the game world to allow a player to interact with it. Oh. What? Wait. Who? Item interaction. Okay, so that works on the non-scriptable object, whatever you call that. Let's remove that component. And then let's go back. Do I still have that other window open? Let's see. Go here, and then we'll go book properties. So that looks different. I'm not sure why, though. Item interaction. I can't add it to the prefab, but what's this imported? What is this? Can I add it up here? Up here? Why does this look different? Like if I click on the like that, see, okay, over here on the right in the inspector is when I click on that book in the hierarchy. So yeah, all of this is grayed out. Like what like what's the deal? What's this open? If I open it, no, that's opening. A Blender is opening up on a like here. No, it's 3D viewer, not Blender. Rig animation. Okay, maybe Matthew has some answers. Let's see. Book isn't a prefab. It's a raw object. Import, undo, and make a prefab first with the components attached. Object import can't be modified. Have to make a prefab via the inspector. Okay, so you're saying I need to take this. So that's weird. Okay. All right. All right. I mean, I understand what you're saying. So let's see. Okay. So this is the item interaction. Put that there. Item data should be the scriptable object. This. Now I take the book and drag it into the here. So can I delete this? Because I feel like this prefab, I'm just, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rename this to book prefab. And then I'm just going to drag this into here. I'm going to delete this. And now, through all that effort, I should be able to just do this. And then item interaction with the scriptable object. Perfect. And then there's the book in the middle of the sky. No, it's not. I don't know where it's at. Like this is one of the issues I have with Unity. I don't know where that book's at, but I'm going to put it. Let's see. This is 134.1.146. 134.1.146. So let's see. 134.1.146. Okay. See, like I had no idea where that book was. Like it's impossible to tell. Obviously, the scale is way off. Okay. Can I change the scale in here? But it's not going to reflect on the item already. All right. That's okay. I think we're going to check in what we have. Okay. But I would like to know, this is one thing that like I'm getting a little concerned about as this project grows. Now I know it's still a relatively small project, but I am growing a little concerned about orphan objects. Like if I look, okay, like this phone prefab, right? Like FBX. Like I went through and I got a little, I downloaded a script, and you can see it's here it's in the editor. This dependency viewer where I can click on something and I go up to tools and it will tell me the dependencies of that object. And so what I did with phone is I ran that and then I deleted everything that was not a dependency. But I'm getting a little concerned that like other things that I brought in have these like orphan objects, are these unnecessary objects attached to them. So it's like, how much room am I taking in this project? How much room am I taking up by things that I simply don't need? That whole other thing. Do we want to try really quick just dropping something? Let me get this. Okay, so the knife, like I have this rusty knife prefab. Now is this a prefab? Yeah. Oh, wait. Can't add a component. Hopefully that's an old error. I think that's an old error. And Matthew, the book of Matthew. Isn't it like 4 a.m. there? No, 2, it's like 2 a.m., almost 3 a.m. I hope you don't have to work tomorrow. Okay, so what I need to do is so I think this knife prefab, I think it needs, so I have the collider here. I need to add a rigid body. Right? Rigid body. And then that will give it mass, essentially. It'll make it, okay, it'll quit. Then I'll save that. That's on the prefab, right? That's on the prefab. Let me just double check my work. Oh, that's the object. What the hell? What the hell did I just change? I am losing my mind. Did I change it here? I did. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. Okay. Remove component. No, I want to change it. Where's the object? Prefab. Okay. Root and prefab asset. Open for full editing support. Okay, perfect. Easy. Okay, so this is 131.150. Okay, perfect. Easy. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a rigid body here. Okay, open for full editing support. Okay, I'm just going to add a rigid body here. Okay, perfect. Easy. Now, what I'm going to do is okay, so this is 131.150. 130, 150. Because I'm never going to remember that. Okay. And then let's delete this. Delete. Let's bring this prefab back in here. And then we're going to do it 130, 150. Okay, I think it's a good size. And it should just have the... Yes, it has the... And so literally just dragging the item into the scene, I should be able to pick it up just automatically without doing any work, which that was the dream. I mean, there's lots of dreams. Where did it go? Okay, that's not exactly how the dream works. You just lose your knife. What happened to it? Where did it go? It's right there. Okay, let's make sure we can't miss it. Okay. Well, it definitely has gravity. That's good. He can't see me. The NPC can't see me. Okay, what I wanted to do is I wanted to have it drop. I'm not sure how to invoke that though. Or I'm not sure what we should have to press in order to invoke it, is what I mean. That's funny. You could have pick upable items slightly larger than in-hand scale. What do you mean? That when you pick them up, they're a little bit bigger? Is that what you mean? I'm not sure what you mean exactly. I wanted to try 1. Why did it get lost when it was 1? Let's see. Eventually, what I would like to do is have the pick upable items be outlined. But okay, did it just like? Does it just? Oh, it's there. It's just tiny. It's so tiny. That's what she said. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm holding it. Okay. That's good. Yes, or the other way around. Larger on the floor, easier to see, normal size in hand. Yeah. Yeah, you could have something like that. I think we're going to call it a night. It is almost 9 o'clock. My wife, I love her. I would like to spend some time in bed with her before we fall asleep. Although she probably, in fairness, she probably already is asleep. It's almost 9 o'clock. So there is that. But boys, thank you so much, Matthew and everybody else. Whoever else was like Finance Bro, if you're still there, thank you. Be sure to click and subscribe. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And oftentimes I do. Oh, wait. Before I go, I want to be good and I want to check in our code because we made some good progress. Item interactable, that should be fine as it is. Game Unity, yes, I think that should be fine too. We did change the knife prefab, that is correct. Also, the interaction manager, yeah, we that extra line I added, that will make all the difference. I'm checking that in. And then this prefab, we added our new equipped item script, which will also help. And then the book prefab, so I guess we can just stage everything. Added the ability to pick items up! Exclamation point. Check that in. Yeah, but be sure to click and subscribe every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And be sure to check out my travel channel at Addy Goes Places with new videos every other week. I should be posting a new video, I think, this coming weekend, though my editor needs to get the videos to me because I need to do narration, and that usually takes me like a day or two, and then I have to send it back to him, and then he edits it and puts it all together. So and I haven't even seen a rough draft from him yet, and normally by now I've seen a rough draft. But anyway, yeah, no, I've still got a bunch more videos from my trip to Norway back in January. And then after that, I got videos from the trip I took to Montreal around March. And then after that, I took the trip to Fiji. And then, of course, in about 6 weeks, I'm leaving for Ethiopia and Namibia. So that should be exciting. I swear, last year, like my travel channel, it's kind of like like it gets a decent amount of views, but it doesn't get a lot of interaction. But when I went to Africa, it freaking blew up. Like my Africa videos, like got tons of interaction, tons of comments. But then as soon as it's a non-Africa video, it's just like people don't care. It's like, oh, Norway, but oh, Botswana, comment. So I don't know. I don't know. So I'm hoping that like I would be lying if I said that the fact that my videos got a lot of interaction in Africa does not play into why I'm going back to Africa. I would be lying if I said that wasn't the case. But also I loved Africa, so I really want to go back and explore more. But yeah, I will. So when you wake up, I will have finished the game. Yes. Fuck you. No, we should talk about where I want to go. Because I have grand ideas. Like I think I might have mentioned this before, but like I want to be able to tell, like so first of all, we have to define what winning is, right? Like get to safety. Like what does that mean exactly? We got to figure out what that is. But one of the mechanic I'm excited about is like this guy is like on my team, right? Like in the story of the game, this is my son, and then I figure you'll probably have like a granddad and then a wife and then maybe another little child. But anyway, one of the mechanics I want to be able to do. What the hell happened? Why did I got a break point somewhere. But one of the mechanics I want to be able to do is I want to be able to tell the family members, I want to be able to tell them things like wait here for 30 seconds and then go to point A. And when you say, well, what is point A? I want you to be able to define like okay, first of all, I want you to be able to like click you would be able to click on this enemy and give him a label. Like say that's, guard A, guard B. And maybe they have labels already to some extent, right? But I want you to be able to say things like stay here until guard A gets close. Things like that. Or stay here and then run to point B. And then you would be able to give labels to like, okay, over, like right here, this is point B. Stay here for 30 seconds and then run over to point B. And so, we'll define like what all those actions are, like what things you can tell the NPCs to do and what conditions you can put on it. Like you could even do like, I don't know, like whistle 3 times or whatever it is. Right. But I want that to be like a, I don't want to say a major mechanic, but I want it to be a prominent mechanic of the game. Cause I think that's neat. Like as a programmer, of course I find that neat. Gamers might find it annoying. Cause this was something I'm going to talk for a little bit longer, but a little background on me. Like my grandmother, when I was like 5 years old, my grandmother was taking a computer course. And this was back in the 80s. And so she bought a Commodore 64. And she had, like back then, you could subscribe to these magazines. And what they would do is the magazines, they would send you source code. Now it was all in BASIC, like 10 print hello, 20 go to 10. But they would send you source code. And then you would type the source code into your computer. And then you would run it. And then you would have a game. And I loved that. Like my grandmother hated it. So I would literally sit there and type these in for my grandmother. But as I'm typing them in, I'm starting to understand the mechanics of what it's doing. And that's kind of how I taught myself to program. Well, shit, I completely forgot my train of thought. What was I talking about? The mechanics. I am going senile. I am legitimately going. Okay, wait a minute. I got to know what I was talking about. A little background on me. I was talking about teaching myself to program. Oh my God. I taught myself to program when I was like 5, long time ago. What was I talking about before that? I legitimately have no idea. I legitimately completely just lost my train of thought. I taught myself to program when I was like 5. Back up a little bit. Long time ago. I was talking about teaching myself. I understand the mechanics of, and then you would type the source. Commodore 64.
programmer, of course, I find that neat. Gamers might find it annoying.
Oh, I know what I was going to say now. Okay. But what I was getting at is like the mechanic that I'm describing, I think programmers would find that interesting, like being able to kind of like do little mini programs essentially with the NPCs. But the thing I learned from a very young age is like, so I taught myself to program, and then like I learned BASIC, and then I eventually learned Pascal, and then eventually C, and then, you know, I got a job, blah, blah, blah. But since I kind of taught myself to program, I was of the mindset, well, like anybody could do it. Like if I did it, why can't you do it? Why can't, I mean, surely if I did it, you can do it. That was kind of like my thinking. And it took me a long time to kind of realize that not everybody's brain thinks like that. Like obviously the logical thinking that's involved with programming, you get better at it the more you do it. It's like any other skill, but there are just some people that just, their brains just don't function like that. And it took me a very long time to accept that some people just don't get it. Like I will never understand why, like, programming in some sense is like the easiest thing in the world. You just tell the computer what to do. If this, do this thing this many times, unless this. Like it's very simple. But not everybody's brain thinks like that. So that's why I like the mechanic I described. I could see it being a turnoff to like a lot of people because, you know, they just want to jump in and shoot. But I find it kind of compelling. Like if you have a mechanic that where you have to tell the NPCs where it's going to be part of the strategy to win the game of like, no, you have to have this NPC wait here for this long. And then they got to do this. And then this other character has to do this while this guy's doing that. Like if you see guard A, then go to point B and whistle, you know, things like that. I find that kind of thing really interesting. So anyway, that's my spiel. I can't believe I literally lost my train of thought there. God, I am losing my mind. I am going senile. I tried teaching my ex. She mostly struggled with the syntax, curly braces, etc. Way more than the logic itself. Yeah. The syntax is just something you got to get used to. And honestly, a lot of programming, I remember being in a job interview once, and I think I got the offer for that job because I remember telling this very cute, like Asian woman that I was interviewing with, but I remember telling her, it was like, she asked me something. I was like, well, you know, like a lot of programming is just learning the mindset and learning the logic, like learning how to decompose problems and how to approach them systematically so that you solve them. And the language, to some extent, is secondary, right? Like the language is almost secondary. What you really need to learn is how to break things down and approach them and solve them one by one. Whereas the language is just the tool to do that. Now, of course, every language has its idiosyncrasies and its own little, like its caveats and things like that, of course. But a lot of programming is just really just learning how to program and not so much learning a language. So anyway, all right, guys, I will be back Wednesday at 7:00. I hope to see you then. Until then, take care. And I might pop on tomorrow night. If not, yeah, I'll see you Wednesday. All right, boys. Bye.